Oh, I'm so rotten. Hello, my lurkers. How are you? What are you doing up so late? You should be sleeping. I already tried that. Didn't work. Hi, Tina. Hi, Pappy. Hi, Matt. Hi, Wonder Pup. Hello, Jules. Hello, Martha. Well, I tried to go to sleep. I tried to lay down because I was in so much stupid pain. But of course that didn't work, so I figured I might as well get up and be with you guys for a while. How you doing, Matt? Oh, that's alright. Don't worry about it. It'll pass. Thanks anyway. So irritating. Matt's eating cake. I want cake. No I don't. Yes I do. No I don't. Yes I do. No I don't. Okay, I'll take cake. What kind? It's gotta be good cake or I can't eat it. You know, nothing like strawberry, banana cake. Hi, Skywatcher. How are you? Hello, Cryptid. Welcome back, Sandra. Banana cake. Ice cream? What are you eating ice cream so late at night for? I am shaking my head. You'll always get a warm welcome here, Sandra. Unless, of course, you bring ice cream. Ice cream cake. Whose birthday was it? I am going to take you guys outside with me next year when I do my garden and just leave you sitting there and watching me toil over that garden. Hi, Dads. Welcome back. Ooh, a Twinkie you did not, Martha. Did you really eat a Twinkie? There you are, Miss Becky. Welcome back, hon. Is everything okay? Ooh. Why, is it your birthday? You might see a Bigfoot where? Oh, bad, bad girl. A Twinkie of all things. uh, kind of it is. What? Oh, I don't know. I won't be doing my garden during the nighttime. Hey, Sooner. Wow, well, happy anniversary and happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hey, everybody, Sandra's birthday, and today's our anniversary. Woohoo. Aww. Yeah, my birthday's coming up too. And how you doing, Sooner? You know, right after I got off the live chat, I had activity last night. And I was sitting there shaking my head. I was like, you guys got to be kidding me. They waited until I almost shut the window before they started. What time did we get off the live chat? 3 something? Crazy boogers. Hey, I don't care how old you are, you should celebrate your birthday. One more year to get happy. Eat what you want, drink what you want, have fun. Yeah, it was late. But I had disconnected my phone. Oh, that's okay, Jules. I disconnected my phone and I was getting ready to close the window, and I got I have to prop up my window with these bottles, and I got the second bottle down and I heard a whoop. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then you can hear them running, and making all kinds of noise. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, well, I'm going to bed, guys. I didn't. I sat here for a while and listened to them. Hey, Brian, why is Martha mean? Because she had a Twinkie? Ah, yeah, Matt's a brat. Oh, very good. Thank you, Sandra. Where are you going now, Cryptid? To eat your cake? Good night, Cryptid. God bless you, hon. Oh my goodness. You guys are so bad with your donuts and your cake and your Twinkies. You sleepy? Okay, I'll wake you up if we have any activity, okay, Cryptid? It is unfair. I don't know how you guys can do it. I couldn't eat that kind of stuff before I went to bed. I will definitely do that, Cryptid. It's just quiet as quiet can be out there tonight. Yeah, I ate a piece of chicken and a couple pieces of corn, and that was it. I can't believe of all things she ate a Twinkie. I was told they don't even taste the same like they used to. Is that true, Martha? My husband used to be a Twinkie holic. I mean, that man put away more Twinkies. Yeah, you know what was really funny? Tasted pretty good. Okay, we're not talking to you anymore. You're supposed to say they were horrible. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, listen, in Falk, I was going to tell you guys, we were talking about a Texas show, but in Falk, Ramona had her camera going and I had my camera going on my phone. And we were standing in one spot with our phones facing one direction, and it was moving all by itself. It was moving off to another direction. We were like, what the heck is going on? I mean, we're sitting perfectly still and the camera's moving by itself. I thought that was downright freaky. They got to be able to do something to the electronics. Of course, I could have been standing right on a magnetic field or something. Yeah, it was both at the same time. We were both looking at the same thing. And our cameras are moving and we're standing perfectly still. I'm like, what the heck? Could not focus. Kept moving my camera because I thought it was me first. And then Ramona's was doing the same thing. We could not figure that out for the life of us. Happened more than once too. We just zoomed in on something and it just moved all by itself. In some of those photos you guys can see like across the water, the ground looked all tore up. And the ground was all tore up because those were hogs. They had, those big hog wallows. And I went to get a shot of one, and it never even showed it. It never even came up on my pictures when I started uploading them. It was a blur, an absolute blur, and I took a perfect picture of it. That's before I gave Sarah the camera and told her to take the pictures. But I had zoomed in, perfect shot. It looked really well. Took the picture, went to upload them because I never looked back at them. Went to upload them, and that picture was the only one that was just so distorted. So what's with that? Anybody else experience that kind of stuff? I mean, up on the property, my battery used to die real quick, but as soon as I went back to the RV, the battery was fine, but there was certain areas I wasn't supposed to be going. But in Fouke, that was just freaky. Couldn't see the pigs. It was just, okay, Jules. We couldn't see the pigs. It was just you could tell where they had been wallowing around. I mean, the ground was really tore up. It was just weird. Yeah, I was looking at it from a different direction, Martha, but that one never even turned out. And we were standing still. It's when we had gotten off the back of the truck. And I said, stop, remember? And he stopped, and I got out, and I took the picture of it. Well, that picture never turned out. It was just one big blur. It was just a brown haze. And I was like, what? That picture was perfect. Well, the camera likes Sarah better than it likes me anyway, so. Yeah, I know, I saw it. It was really good. She got a good picture. As a matter of fact, she got the same picture of that hog wallow that I got, only hers came out. Hey, Squatched. Yeah, but Bobby, looking at it was perfect. I mean, it was a perfect picture. It wasn't blurred at all. But when I got home and looked at it, in fact, I didn't even know where that picture came from until I looked back and found the one that I had taken was gone. Yeah. I was standing perfectly still, Matt. You can ask Martha. I think I sat pretty much a good portion of the time in Falk. I think. Didn't I, Martha? Or did I? I don't even remember. It's hard for me to sit still. Yeah. We found, and then, hey, Arena. Yeah, I missed you too, sweetie. And then, you guys remember those arches that we found? The tree that was bent up and twisted underneath? I took those pictures. Where are they? They're not even on my camera. Ramona and I both took those pictures, and they're not on my camera. How can you remember, Bobby? You weren't there. Silly egg. I don't know. Remember, we were going crazy over that big, huge tree bowed down, shoved up underneath another tree, twisted in another tree. And none of those pictures, I didn't see any of them. I'm going to have to ask Ramona if hers came out, but they weren't on her video. Hey, American Cryptids, welcome. Hi, Blue. Well, whatever it is they're doing, they only do it at times. We got a whole bunch of video and a whole bunch of pictures. Why did only some of them come out? And then Arena, I think it was Arena, no, I mean Arena, sorry. I think it was Ramona that yelled because she saw one run through the bogs over there. So her husband stopped the truck real quick and got out, and everybody was looking. We couldn't find it, but she yelled. Hey, Tiffany. It was a great time. We had so much fun. I was thinking about what Tex was talking about tonight. Yeah, well, by the time her husband stopped the truck, you know, she jumped out. I don't know, American. I mean, I don't think anybody had any kind of effects, but except for the cameras. Howdy, Nelson. How are you? Let's hear that Aussie accent. Good days and bad days. You know, there's only one place. There was only one place on the property that I went to that my batteries would shut off. The rest of the time, I could walk that whole 40 acres and not have any problems with my camera. But as soon as I went down to what I called their bedding area, you know, their habitat, my camera would shut off, and I even had David with me once when it shut off, and he was privy to it. I showed him, and I had been camcording, and as soon as I got to that area, my camera cut off completely, and then I said, well, there goes the battery, and it shouldn't have been. It was a full battery, and we had only been filming for maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes. And then, because that's all it takes to get down that area. And I got back to the camper, and I opened up my camera, and full battery, and it was working fine. And he even made that comment. He goes, wow, that is really strange. But it's only that one area. So we can say it's either electromagnetic or, I don't know, if you want to blame the sassies for it, what are they doing? I can't hear you, Matt. I don't hear no Chinese accent. And I watched your video. Sarah got a kick out of you talking about that book. She was glued to the screen. It was cute. Hey, Ramona. There she is. We were just talking about how our cameras were acting up, Ramona. You know, we were looking at the same thing and both of our cameras did the same thing. It was just too freaky. And it's not like we were moving around either. We were standing perfectly still. You missed... Well... Yeah, it freaked me out too, Ramona. Well, Thanksgiving's coming up. Sounds like you're going to have Thanksgiving early. I was standing still and Ramona was right next to me. Ask her. I don't know. I've only seen one orb, American. And that one really freaked me out. Yeah, mine doesn't last that long, Sandra, in this house. And I was standing right next to you, Ramona, and mine was doing the same thing. It was moving by itself. Oh, right this second, Sandra, I feel absolutely fine. Thank you. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I do. I was just laying in bed thanking him for the pain going away. And I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd get up and come on here. Okay, now, what did Arena say? Because I missed it. Prayers for her mother. What's wrong with your mother, Arena? Yes, we have mighty mods. Hello, AKA. There it goes again. Goes way too fast for me to read it. Oh, no, 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 no. Is she in the hospital? Me either, Shadow. Go ahead, I'd like to see you try that, Matt. Sing him a lullaby. No, I haven't heard that. Did you hear that? You guys hear that? guys hear that? Put your earbuds on. Something across the street. Hear it? It sounds like something being moved. I can still hear it. AKA behave yourself tonight. It sounds like something being drug around. Can't tell you what it is though. Well, that was really weird. Anyways, Ramona, that one picture that Ramona has is actually, yeah, exactly, Ramona, is actually an oily handprint on her camper because they tried to open her door. They messed with her door handle then that night. How many nights, Ramona? Was it 1 or 2 nights they messed with your door handle? And that night, the one night that she did have the stuff on her door, I saw the eye shine right where her camper's attached to the truck. The truck was kind of cockeyed a little bit. They had backed it in, and I actually saw eye shine there, and it wasn't that tall. You know, I'd say it was maybe a little bit shorter than the height of her vehicle, and it looked like they were kind of, leaning over or something, looking around the camper. But then that's when she said that night that she had heard them try to open the door. Where do you have fires going on? In Yosemite? Yeah, big finger drag marks. Big ones. They were not thick. Really, Shadow. We need to get more videos out here. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Ramona. You know, she spread her fingers out real wide trying to imitate the finger marks on her trailer, and they weren't even close. They thought it was a dog? How big was it? tell you one thing, the young ones are getting brave. Not that long, Ramona. Your fingers weren't that long. I mean, those were freaky looking. They weren't even thick, you know. They were pretty thin. That's what freaked me out. Oh, it was a lot of fun. You know, I honestly thought about that. Wow, Shadow. That's cool. I actually thought about it being something other than a Sasquatch because of how thin the fingers were. Oh, Lynn, there's so many rattlesnakes down there, it's crazy. And on one of the audios, you could hear us walking and you could hear the rattlesnakes. You could hear the rattlesnake just rattling like crazy, and I couldn't have been 5 feet away from it. Hey, Eric, how are you? Welcome back. So is there any way that you can share those pictures, Shadow? Yeah, I know, right, American? It's just kind of freaking me out. And sometimes I wonder about around here because the whole atmosphere changes here. And we did hear that mournful howl that one night, and I was thinking it didn't really sound like the sassies here. Can I say what again, hon? That's what I said, Sandra. I asked you if they took pictures. And if you were going to post them. Yeah, that's kind of freaky, Bobby. The moaning part, I'm not sure if it's a death in the Sasquatch's family or if it's another cryptid or if it's just an animal because the night that my son and my husband went outside, this was a long time ago, that howl was long, deep, far away, and it sounded almost like it was crying. It was so, hey Mike, it was so sad to listen to, but it was eerie. And to add insult to injury, it was real misty that night, you know. Why can't you say double monkey? Yeah, the howl was longer than any howl I've ever heard before. And when my son was outside, he was like, Mom, what the heck is that? And I said, I don't know. I have no idea. But it was very sad sounding. And a dog can't howl for that long. And it wasn't, I don't think it was a dog. It was just too loud, too steady, too deep. If I can get that stupid audio. and I could get you guys to hear that howling. I honestly, I haven't finished listening to the audio. I've just had too many things in the fire. Today was a really bad day. Yeah, we're supposed to have thunderstorms right now, Mike, but I don't even see. I mean, I can't see any stars whatsoever. But they're talking about a really bad storm coming in. I love wolves. Yeah, my son does too. He puts on thunderstorms on his TV and goes to sleep. I listen to Psalms. That's probably one of the reasons why I can't sleep because I love Psalms so much. Well, you guys all that have storms, be safe. These aren't supposed to be bad. My home state is Ohio. I never heard of them. I really don't get into much of those kind of things, the other cryptids. I don't even watch most shows that have that kind of stuff in it. You know, I don't know. There's enough stuff out there. I don't know where Chev is. I was just thinking about that myself, Shadow. I haven't seen or heard from Kevin in a while in the desert. Hey, donkeys are great pets. And I know somebody was asking about Little People in Texas show. I don't know. I love the sound of wolves. I howl back. That might work, Shadow. Oh, Chef, where are you? Well, look, we talked about Bob last night and he showed up, and then we were talking about Tony and he showed up. I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. Unless it's something that they say that's really bad or you know that person is going to cause a lot of trouble, don't block anybody. I got a couple people that have got hurt feelings because they got blocked and they don't know why. Bob's okay. He's still being stubborn about the PayPal stuff, about being helped. You know, he's just that way. He's stubborn. But don't block anybody unless you have a really good reason. Yeah, they actually, did you guys hear about that? You know, they reintroduced the wolves to Yellowstone quite a while back, apparently for the ecosystem. But then people started killing them, you know, and that I don't know how that worked, especially in Yellowstone. But a lot of them got killed, and they weren't killed naturally. They found they found them with being shot. So I don't know why. I don't know what that reason was for. Who told you to shut up? Yeah, I know, right, Lynn? It made me mad. It was open season for wolves for a long time. Yes, it did, Arena. Well, I think that's ridiculous. Of course, you know me, guys. I love wolves. Well, if ranchers did, and okay, so if they were off of Yellowstone property, that's okay too, I guess. But here's the deal. They were on Yellowstone. They were in Yellowstone, and they found them they found them shot. If that guy calls me again, well, my phone number's changed, but maybe I'll look him up. But if he ends up having wolves again, I'll take the wolves again and raise them. But you have to raise them. You have to get them by the time they're 2 weeks old. You can't get them any later than that if you want to raise them. Yeah, it is wrong. That means somebody was actually going onto Yellowstone and killing them. Maybe it was the ranchers outside, but still, they shouldn't have gone to Yellowstone and shot them. Yeah, I watched that documentary about the wolves. The black wolf is the one that I really liked. You two need to behave yourself. Don't make me come down there. Hello, Michael. Yeah, you just tell me that how many. You tell me how many people were attacked by wolves, and then tell me how many people were attacked by bears or cougars or even coyotes. Okay, Becky. Good night, hon. God bless you. It's good to see you. I had to figure out who that email came from. If you notice, Miss Becky, I haven't been responding because I don't know who's who. So if the wolves are so dangerous, I mean, I didn't understand they're dangerous to other animals. Yeah, you said that, Mike. But if they are killing livestock, I mean, I understand that, but you're telling me that the grizzly bears or the bears or cougars aren't killing livestock? They stay away, but only the wolves come in? Coyotes don't do it? Oh, stop, Matt. You're being so bad. Okay, hon. Get me some coffee. Yeah, I know. And I understand wolves are dangerous, but I have a hard time, a much harder time with some of the other animals than I do wolves. Good night, Shadow. I hope you sleep. God bless you, hon. Exactly. You know, exactly. And you're going to tell me that they know for a fact that what's killing them is wolves and not cougars or bears or something? I think there's just something wrong with that picture. I honestly think it's because they reintroduced them, and when they found out they reintroduced them, unless they found tracks. But what I thought was absolutely funny is that guy from Yellowstone was showing pictures of tracks on the ground, and he was saying they were coyotes and they were way, way too big, you know, for coyotes. And I said, that's no way. Those aren't coyotes, those are wolves. And he was swearing they weren't. Oh, really, Matt? Exactly, that's what I said, Cryptid. American. Yeah, it is rare. You know, they might, I mean, I can't tell you that my wolves weren't, listen, my wolves were in a habitat in my backyard. And I mean, we're talking double fence, electrified, huge habitat, right? And my grandkids would go out to play, and this is when the wolves got big enough. And I would watch them, you know, from the window or from the door when my kids were out playing, because they couldn't, the grandkids were out playing, but they couldn't get to them, okay? They couldn't get out. Because we actually had to concrete the fencing underneath the ground. So one day I'm standing there at the door and I'm watching. The grandkids are running around, they're playing, and the wolves actually got into an attack mode. They started, you know, maneuvering themselves around to where if they actually could have gotten those kids, they were hunting them. They were actually hunting them. I watched their body chemistry. You know, I went to the college and did a seminar in front of a bunch of people on wolves. And I told them, you know, the body chemistry of a wolf is different than a dog. You can tell when a wolf is in attack mode or, you know, scared or whatever. But these, if those wolves had been out of that habitat, they would have gone after my grandkids. And they had been raised with the grandkids. That's why I get really, really, really angry when people do the hybrids because they have no idea how dangerous they actually are. They're really dangerous. And one guy here in Arkansas was going to shoot his wolf, but instead he let it go. He just released it. Oh, heck yeah, Eric, I can imagine. People are crazy. What about the lady back in the 70s or 80s, Ramonda? I missed that. Yeah, I raised two for the shelter here, Mike. They were going to euthanize them. Eaten by wolves? Oh my word. And are dingoes kind of like coyotes? What do you compare them to here in the States, Matt? Oh no, Eric. Yeah, I doubt seriously they were coyotes. So more like a hyena type, Matt, would you think? But they look like dogs, don't they? AKA, you're just being silly. You missed the elephant, by the way. We have wild dogs around here. That's what you guys hear out there in Chaffee. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I didn't think they were canines. I was just trying to think of something, the way they act. Because hyenas, yeah, they're a breed of their own, but just the way that they just shred things apart. All it takes here, if you have wild dogs, are tasers. Yep, same here, American. And I don't really want to get on the subject of Timothy Treadwell. That was a, oh my goodness. That just angered me, something horrible. I understand people's love of animals, but wow. There's a guy out there in Africa that, no, don't apologize, hon. It just, oh, it just irritates me. That whole thing irritated me so bad. I got so angry. Yeah, he should have known better. All the years he spent out there, he should have known better. I don't think he was playing with a full deck at all. Yeah, they're called coy wolves. You don't know who Timothy Treadwell is, Arena? He was the guy out there doing all those videos, the close-up shots of the grizzly bears. He basically lived with them. And then one day, him and his girlfriend, or wife, whatever it was, got tore to pieces. No, not the guy with the lived with the wolves. You know, he survived. And it was just, oh my gosh. It's just crazy. That was just crazy. As much as that man knew about grizzly bears, I am totally shocked that he was there at that time. Totally shocked. He even made comments about how they were acting. That would have given me cue right there to get the heck out of there. And the guy that lived with the wolves for 2 years, you know, he was a wreck afterwards. He had a hard time getting along in society for quite a long time. Yeah, the bear guy, right. But there is a guy that's in Africa that's on a, he's on a preserve, and he plays with the big cats and hyenas and everything else. Well, weren't they actually in the tent when they both got killed? He wasn't. He was outside the tent. Y'all are a mess. I don't know if he was inside or outside. I know one of them was inside the tent. It was either her or him. And I thought they had gone inside the tent because of what was going on outside. Okay, Mike, thank you. But I was pretty sure after watching the documentary that they had said one was inside the tent and one was out. AKA, you did not live with chupacabras. And that picture that the guy got in Oklahoma last year looked just like the normal depictions of a chupacabra. It looked like a coyote with no hair, deformed, is what it looked like. And you know that was actually filmed, or the pictures were taken 15 miles away from my property. Yeah. Oh, look it up, Ramona. Uh, you can just Google it. Oklahoma man films chupacabra or whatever it is. But it was right outside of Antlers. I think it was just below Antlers, Rattan or something like that. Both of them weren't in the tent, Eric? See, that's what I'm saying. It's confusing because one video I watched said they were in the tent, and another video I watched said one was in, one was out. So I have no idea. I wasn't there. There, you guys got to go on YouTube now and watch all the videos about that storming Area 51. These people are getting pulled over by cops and FBI, and they've got this look on their face like, who, me? I didn't do nothing. Grizzly Man tells the story? Ah, okay, Eric. Hey, don't be dissing Grizzly Adams. That was one of my favorite shows growing up. I couldn't help it. I love that show. Oh, really? Oh my goodness. What do you mean you'll never sleep? Why not? We're talking about fun stuff here. Not me. I don't want to see it. In fact, that's my biggest fear about doing a meet and greet on the West Coast. I don't want to run into a grizzly bear. Dang, I've had nightmares about grizzly bears before I even saw one. When I was a kid, and this was true, when I was a little kid, I used to have nightmares screaming to my mother and told her that they were eating my babies. I had a dream about a grizzly bear and I had a blonde haired child, and the grizzly bear was tearing apart that kid. And I was a kid myself. This is before I even thought about having kids. It's just been there forever. So you know what I did with my kids growing up, especially the blonde ones, right? I wouldn't go anywhere near where they had bears. Nowhere. I lived in the cities. And taking them to the zoo, they weren't allowed anywhere near the bear habitats. Oh, I was paranoid. No, two of my kids were towheads and two of them were redheads. What's Ranga? Oop, I hear a snap. Do you hear that? Yeah, it would be my luck, Mike. Did you guys hear that tree snap? Towheads, white hair. Oh my goodness. Well, Lynn, it's 2 o'clock here, and we usually go till about 3 or 4 o'clock. But we thank you very much for stopping by and visiting us. You're welcome to come back anytime. God bless you and good night. Call them cotton tops. AKA leave her be. Good night, Lynn. God bless you. Well, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Yeah, we're a family here. A crazy, whacked out family, but we're a family. You did. What'd you send me, Tony? No, you're not, Matt. What'd you send me, Tony? You send me pictures? Of your other shoe. Ah, I remember that. Oh my goodness. You don't have what? What you sent me? Or the shoe? The shoe got passed around. Oh, really? I've only had 2 lives since then. Were you outside again, Tony? What were you doing in Arkansas, Eric? Well, I'm glad I'm glad you got in, Arena. I was praying for you last night, big time. Country girl, hello and welcome. Oh, I know, right, Matt? Oh man, Eric. Next time you make it to Arkansas, you're gonna have to email me. At least I can meet you someplace and shake your hand. Martha. Are you tired, Martha? I noticed that you haven't cracked out any cactus. Tony, you didn't answer my question. Martha's lurking, yeah. Ramona's the one that saw the Sasquatch, and I saw the, well, a lot of us saw the eye shine. A pretty big boy. Oh, that's right, you told me. Heber Springs isn't that far away. I mean, it is pretty far, but... Don't ma'am me. Were you outside? Who got a picture of one, Martha? Matt, pretty soon you're going to be using the cactus on AKA. Which one did you take the picture of, Martha? The one in the back by our tents or the big one up on the other side? Oh, okay, got it. From me to Mountain Home, probably 2 hours. Depends on how fast I drive. Because I can go the back ways and get there faster. Yeah, I think I told you there's more than one of it in it too. Did Christy upload her pictures yet? I haven't even checked. I'm so bad. I have not, you know what? I haven't been to hardly anybody's channel. I checked out Matt's, Ramona's, and that's all I got to today. I'm gonna have to get with her and find out if she's gonna upload them. She got some really good pictures. But honestly, guys, we had a real hard time in the beginning because there is a lake behind where we were staying. And then the moon was a full moon. So with the tree line, the moon was shining off the leaves, shining off the lake back there, and it was really, really hard. I just got rid of one, Ramona. As a matter of fact, I think I still have it. You want it? Anyway, it was really hard to figure out whether they were eye shine or just the moon glow between the moon and the shiny leaves and the lake behind it. The only way that we knew it was eye shine is when they blinked or they moved. So, but with as many spots as was out there, it was hard to tell. The big one that was on the far side away from our camp, he was pretty unmistakable. He was huge. Yeah, I've got the same phone. I went back to my iPhone. Yeah, you told me that, Martha. But he did not move at all until the very end, and then he just walked away. Him and the other ones just walked away. That's how I knew it wasn't the moonshine. Moonshine. Not that kind of moonshine. The shining of the moon. but Ramona saw one. Oh, I'm sure it does, Ramona. It's got all that stuff. But I couldn't figure out how to use it. Yeah, with some yellow on it. It was a white color with a little bit of yellow. That's what made it stand out so much different than the other stuff that was behind it. Had it been pure white, I think I would have thought it was just the moonshine. Yeah, the Lookout, I still swear that the Lookout was the daddy, the big boy. Remember, he was seen in 3 different places the whole time we were there. And when Joe and I walked to the back, you know, AKA, he was at least 10 foot. At least 10 foot. Oh, you're welcome to anytime, Eric. I've got plenty of places to go. Now, I don't want to go up in your neck of the woods by Heber Springs because there's some DM encounters up there. I don't want nothing to do with it. Yeah, Ramona, that's what happened to my husband. I showed him a stump, and then he turned around again. The stump was gone. I said, Denny, look behind you. See those stumps back there? And he said, yeah. And then later on, after he was done talking, I said, Denny, look behind you. Where's the stumps? And he was like, I think he was over 10 foot, Mike, honestly. I like to be on the caution side and say a little bit shorter, but I'm telling you, he was 10 foot minimum. No, I try to go to places where you don't have bad encounters. I don't want to ever take somebody out to some place that's had bad encounters unless they're really experienced. Now, you got to remember something, guys. The crew... Oh, everybody already knows. I'm right outside of Fort Chaffee by Fort Smith. But like I said, well, I was going to say, everybody, hey, Just Living, how are you? Welcome. Everybody that went, not everybody, but for the most part, the people that went were people that can't go on a long expedition. That's one of the reasons why we had a meet and greet, and that's one of the reasons why I promised that if you were going to have, yes, there are, AKA, yes, there are, and then, and that's why I said it was a meet and greet, and that's why I promised that if they were going to have an encounter, it would not be an aggressive one. Because I won't take people that are inexperienced or have never had a sighting to some place that they might get impaled by something, you know, or bluff charged. That's just not cool. Yep, you did just fine, Martha. But Eric, anytime that you're going to be in this area, let me know. If I can pre-plan it, I can take you to a couple hot spots. I've got 2 that I can think of right now. If you want kind of a hairy encounter, I can take you to those. But if you want a little bit more peaceful encounter, I have a couple places I can take you. I wish you could make it to Honaby this year. If you could make it to the Honaby conference this year. Hey, Attic Mike, how are you? Why did you think you were imagining things? I'm all right, Mike. Good days and bad days, sweetie. I'm glad to see you back. I'm going to try very hard to go, Ramona. I don't know how the finances are going to be then, but I'm really trying to go. I haven't missed a year in 4 years. This will be 5 years. Yeah, they're big. They make some serious noises. Well, they are woodpeckers. Okay, Tony, don't go outside. Oh, that'd be fun, Ramona. What am I talking about? Honobbe, Oklahoma, the Bigfoot conference. They hold it every year. What was horrible, American? American cryptids, what was horrible? Oh, you can park by us, Ramona. I've already got that spot reserved. Okay, Tony. I'm glad you gave up for tonight. Hey, Frost Dude. I don't know about the trailer, though, Ramona. I'm not sure you can do that. Because there probably won't be enough room for that. And it'd definitely be dry like before. Because all those places have been taken up a long time ago. But you can tent it with the rest of us. Well, heck, you can even sleep in your truck if you wanted. Oh, Lindy. Not too far from Robber's Cave. Oh, really? At your place, Frost? How you doing, Lindy? Haven't seen you for a while. Why don't you go live, Frost? When you have action, why don't you go live? Oh, I love Robber's Cave. But be careful when you go there. There's some undesirable people that hang out around there. American Cryptid, where are you? I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, Lindy. It's always nice to hear when people are doing well. Makes me smile. Okay, what'd you say was terrible or horrible or whatever? What'd you say? What were you talking about? Do you run into any bad people, Ramona? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, well, we did, and it was not too fun. Kind of ruined our day. think there was a bunch of tweakers outside the area, and boy, it was very unnerving to stay there. Well, Frost Dude, all you have to do is download on your phone Streamlabs, and you can do it from there real easy. And as long as you've got some kind of signal, you know, you're talking to me here, so you got some kind of signal, just go ahead and go live. It's real easy. I used to do that all the time before I hit 1K scrubs. Scrubs. My scrubs. Where? What are you talking about, Lindy? Where? Yeah, in Oklahoma. It's a great place to go. But like I said, pretty undesirables. No, not with Streamlabs. With YouTube, yes, but not with Streamlabs. You're seeing things in my yard? Ruh-roh. Oh, I know, American. You have a great accent, Matt. Yes, it does. You go ahead and download Streamlabs. It'll ask you to give them your YouTube account, and you set it up, and then when you're done, it goes right to YouTube. Well, don't you have a phone that you can use, Frost? I'm going to go find that phone, Ramona, and see if I can find it, because we didn't turn them back in. I don't think we turned them back in. I hope he didn't anyway, because if he did, we're still paying for them. But let me ask my husband. I haven't seen anything either. And yours, actually, Lindy, can be my screen because it rained and I've got a bunch of little dots all over it. Yeah, I'll ask him. Denny, are you online here? Go ahead and try it, hon. Just download Streamlabs. Not StreamYard, Streamlabs. It's real simple to do. And you can go live and it goes right to your YouTube account. Just follow the directions. It's real simple. It took me about 5 minutes to set up. Now, how's Matt supposed to turn you into a kangaroo, a.k.a.? Oh, I forgot his magic eyeball. Get him, Matt. You two are having your own little private conversation going on there. Well, same here, Frost. Like I said, last night after I got off the live chat is when I got all the activity. I got a whole bunch of activity as soon as I shut it off. I remember him saying that too. You dropped it? That was fun. Oh, poor Ramona. Oh, I miss you guys so bad. We had so much fun, didn't we? We gotta do that again. Oh yeah, Ramona, I bought a new iPhone and it wasn't 3 days later I dropped it and cracked the whole screen. I do that all the time. And my husband even bought me one of those otter boxes, and it was just too cumbersome to wear on my, because I always put mine in my pocket. Yeah, well, this time what we can do is we can go to Wilhelmina State Park. We don't even have to go down to Fouke if we don't want to. We can go back there if you want, but there's so many places we can go, guys. I think the next place we should go is Wilhelmina State Park. There's a lot of activity in there. And guys, just so you know, Ramona's husband was very gracious. He was very nice. It was nice to have him there too. Well, I don't. Ooh, guys, the cats are scrambling. They just scattered. Okay, now I'm going to pay attention. What's outside? I mean, they just split in all different directions. Hello? Well, try to go live if you can, Frost. We'll jump over. And Mike, if you can get that set up, you know, anybody that's scrubbed to your channel, guys, we'll pop over on your channel. We'll support you. Won't we, guys? He was really sweet. He offered his truck, you know, to drive around in. He offered to go to the store. You know, he was an integral part of the team, and I think I appreciate him being there. Oh, go ahead, Attic. Mike, like I said, it's real easy to do. You just have to have a YouTube account. They're going to ask you for that stream, you know, that little stream at the bottom, you know, when you go into your editing page, and then you put that, you just copy paste that and put it in Streamlabs, and you'll go right to it. Hey, baby cakes, how are you? Welcome back. There's no such thing as a dumb question. And that's okay, Ramona. You know that's all right. My husband still has his reservations. He just believes me and has heard and seen enough, but he really wants a one-on-one. Or he might not want a one-on-one, but if he actually saw one, it would change him forever. So what's the question? Yeah, they do really loud. They have no reservations. If I can get him to go out with me, if I can get that's another thing too, I've got to get that camper down off that hill. But it's not a dumb question. It really isn't a dumb question because they burp too. You hearing this? Hearing coyotes at a distance. Oh man. Can you hear that? guys hear that? Put your earplugs on, guys, or your earphones. I'm getting that. Remember that noise I told you guys about that sounded like that from that movie Aliens? You know, when the aliens were talking to each other? That's what I just heard. Oh, Frost dude, why are you feeding them? Listen. Okay. I would never feed them. I would never feed them. To me, feeding a Sasquatch is no different than giving a teenager a phone for about 2 days and then taking it from them. Oh boy. Yeah, I just heard that. I guess you guys can go back a few minutes and see with headphones on, turn it up real loud and see if you can hear it, but that's what I heard. It was pretty low. So I think it's across the street. And I heard howling in the distance. Matt. Oh yeah, but in Falk it was a lot louder. There's the coyotes. AKA, I'm gonna put you in the corner. Yeah, well, I'm sure all that stuff will disappear after a while. Depends on if the sassies like them or not. If they like your neighbors with cattle, they won't take very many. But if they don't, they'll start disappearing. Now, I haven't heard much about sassies taking and killing cattle. I've heard more DM do that than sassies. Anything can be tracked, Mike. Phones, iPads, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of them can be tracked. Only if your mind's in the gutter, AKA. Yep, absolutely, Frost Dude, and absolutely right, Matt. If you think anything that you own can't be tracked, you're wrong. Cars, boats, planes, trains, phones, everything. Yeah, you need Streamlabs. You know, a lot of that, remember that the couple of nights that we had a lot of activity here? The very next day and that night, we had nothing but helicopter activity. They were all over the place. I was so mad. Matt, you're cute. I don't know what sniffer choppers are, but I know the choppers around here, they hover. If I was sitting on top of my roof, I bet you I could sit there and stare at them. They make me they make me really mad. There won't be any crops of hemp here. It's their property. I mean, I am 400 yards, not even from Chaffee's property. So if they're looking for hemp, it's on their own property. I hope you guys are all prepared. That's state number 3 that's taking in the chips in your hand. Good morning, Chuck. Well, I don't know much about it, but, you know, sorry, but I think it should be legal. I mean, I won't be smoking any pot, but I think it should be legal. I think people should be able to grow their own, harvest their own, and smoke their own, and get rid of the opiates. I think it's Indiana, Michigan, and Colorado. Colorado or California, one of the two. They've started making it mandatory for certain big businesses to have the chip. And if you're there and you don't take the chip, you're fired. They actually fire you. Yep. I don't smoke either, but I think it should be legal. I know it'll be craze and fad and nuts for a while, but let me tell you something. These people that are so addicted to heroin and these other narcotics would probably live longer if they did that. Exactly, Frost Dude. Let me know if you can go live. Of course they'll tax it. They're taxing the hemp now. They're making money off of it like crazy. Look at some of your stocks. And look who owns most of those stocks. They're politicians. They own tons of them. And I mean tons. They're making a fortune off of them. I'm just saying I think people would live longer. And people would get rid of a lot of their diseases. A lot of the homeopathic stuff works better. Good, Ramona. But look at it this way. You know, fibromyalgia, some of your idiopathic diseases would disappear if they were allowed to smoke pot or make pot into an oil, a tincture. Some of your cancers would be destroyed. they're just slowly adding it in. You know, the hemp is going to be one thing, and then, you know, go ahead and get the pot legalized in a lot of states, and they'll just switch it. They'll find out that they can make just as much money as they did with the opiates if they can control it. I missed what you said. I missed. I hate not being able to read you guys' comments. Well, yeah, when they treat it, Mike. Like anything else, you know, done in moderation, it'd be a good thing. Anything can be abused. Anything. I mean, I don't want a bunch of zombies walking around. Excuse me. I can't. That's for breathing. Black seed oil's for breathing. It's really good for your lungs. It's also good for fibromyalgia. It's good for arthritis. Yeah, the kids, mostly. Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff out there, you know, that you guys can take for pain. It's just you got to be so careful, you know, because, you know, everything in moderation, you got to slowly build it up. But you have, there's more pain, well, I guess it'd be considered pain medication, but it's all natural. You know what's funny, AKA, is they put a bill in, or a law here in Arkansas to ban cell phones while you're driving, and they took it off as fast as they put it on because none of the cops could go without being on their cell phones. Absolutely baby cakes, so do I. I mean, look what you can get right from your yard. Hold on, let me go. I'm gonna go to my computer and get on here so I can read this stuff. I'm missing you guys that are doing the long conversations. I can't see them. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so country girl, why did you have blood work done? What's blood work got to do with your shoulder popping out? I would go to Hemp Bombs, Chuck. Online, go to Hemp Bombs and get the CBD oil from there. That's the only one I know so far. But you got to find out if it's legal. Well, the CBD oil is legal in all states, but um, Martha, what kind do you get? So far, the only one that worked on my husband was Hemp Bombs. Baby Cakes, can you email me? I've got a couple suggestions for you for him. And Country Girl, do the same if you would. And again, let me reiterate something. Anybody who has somebody that they know or somebody in their family that's got cancer, please, 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 please send them to a doctor that does intravenous vitamin C. Please. Between that and the other stuff they're using, these people are getting cured of cancer even at stage 4. Thank you, Baby Cakes. Just email me. I have some information for you, stuff that'll work better on him. John, are you lurking? Thank you, ladies, for putting my email address up. Country Girl, if you will email me, there's my email address. And I can give you some stuff that can help you. One, if your shoulder pops out, I got a remedy for that one. No, I didn't get his email last night. What? Stop it, Matt. Don't listen to him. Matt's bad. He's trying to keep up with you, AKA. I bet hubby went to bed because he has to work tomorrow. Guys, if someone emails that and it comes back and they said they couldn't reach me, I am going to pop you over the head with something. Hey, Ramona, are you practicing your mouth pop? Hi, Bob. You know, a couple people want to help you, Bob, but you're being bad. I'm sorry, Ramona. Was your husband freaking out? Did Pappy leave? Did he go to bed? Yes, he went to bed. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, Ramona. I keep practicing. Welcome back, Tony. You weren't outside, were you? You were with your wife? I got a package for you. Oh. Oh, you're telling stories, AKA. Yeah, if I find his email address. Okay. Well, Tony, you're going to have to give me your address because I need to send you some stuff. So email me, please, so I can send it to you. I've got a surprise for you. She didn't clone your account, you silly thing. Bob, are you ignoring me already? Oh, I can't write that down, sweetie. Good night, Lindy. God bless you, hon. Bob, what am I going to do with you? Pat, are you here? Thank you, Martha. Where's Miss Pat? Bob. Stop ignoring me. Okay, sweetie, I will, Lindy. Say that again, Ramona. No, they don't wear out, ever. At least they're not as loud as normal. What'd you say about Pat, Ramona? Well, good. I hope she's sleeping well. Joe hasn't showed up. Christy hasn't showed up. Lots of people. She needs to tell about talking to the babies. What babies? The little ones by her tent? Ah, okay. Thank you, Martha. You guys are keeping in touch with everybody. I'm off in La La Land. Oh yeah, it'd be fun if she tells her what happened. I was awake that night. I was sitting there listening to her. I don't know who she was talking to. You're a good boy. You're a good boy, Matt. Yeah, well, every once in a while, like I told you guys before, you got to go back and check who you're subscribed to. Okay. Good night, baby cakes. Sleep well. God bless you. Welcome back, Just Living. I have no idea, Bob. What's your PayPal, Bob? Quick Pro Crow. Yes, you do. Who is who? I don't know who is who. What are you talking about? All I know is when Pat yelled out that night, I was sitting there and I was listening. Ooh, I heard that. Did you guys hear that? Good night, Chuck. God bless, son. Good night, Just Living. Thank you for coming. Anytime, Just Living. That's the way this place is. Pat yells at, thank you, Martha. There you go, Bob. Na 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 na. Anybody that's interested, we're trying to get Bob home. There's his PayPal account. Strike it up. Send him home. He only needs $600. No, Matt. We're not doing it. You're not getting any beer. Not happening. Anyway, so apparently this younger Sasquatch decided to irritate Pat and lean up against her tent, and then ran from Ramona's camper in between Pat and mine and Martha's tent. Could hear the running. Sarah sat straight up, freaked out. She could hear him, running. And then Pat yells out, to stop doing that. She did it a couple of times. And so I asked her, I said, what's going on? She said, they're leaning on the tent. And they actually leaned down, almost like they were going to, I don't know, press down. They didn't walk on the side of her tent. She said they leaned down on her tent like they were almost going to sit on the tent. I think that's what she said. And that's when she said, hey, when she got real, boisterous and said for them to quit. And I said, let's go outside. Yeah, outside of our tent, they were walking on that plastic. Because we had a tarp on the ground underneath the tent, and they were pushing on her tent. And they kept walking on that plastic. You could hear that. They were having fun that night. They were definitely little ones. And I just sat there smiling. Not because Sarah was scared, but because you could hear them running all over the place. No. I was waiting for one to walk up right to the window that was by my head. I had it opened a little bit, and I was watching outside. And I was waiting for one to peek in, because we could hear it right on the back side of the tent, and I was just waiting. You could see the shadows outside the tent all night long. No way, Bob. Stop that. I think they do, Arena, because it's the same thing they did to David when he was there. And you could actually hear it when they stepped down on his tent. You heard the plastic. But that one growled at David. This one didn't growl at Pat. In fact, I don't think I remember her saying it made any noise. But Martha, wasn't the same, that wasn't that the same night we heard the chatter? Or was that the night before? I don't know, I'm confused now. I'm talking about the chatter noise. Oh, I just saw lightning. Yeah, and then we had owls that were mating like right outside the tent. That owls mating make the weirdest noise. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. A Sasquatch with tarp around it? Is that what you're asking, Tony? It's starting to rain. Yeah, the owls were awesome. And so I started howling back, hooting back to the owls. They got close. Okay, Matt, good night, sweetie. It's 3 o'clock. I'll probably be on another half an hour and then I'll quit. Love you, hon. God bless. Nope, I've never seen one like that. Oh, that sounds so good, Matt. One of these days I'm going to be able to eat, and then, oh, buddy, look out. Quinn. I don't know, Arena. I'm not sure. It just depends. I know I have to have the kids at the doctor's appointment early. I don't know if it's Wednesday or Thursday, but the night before I certainly won't be up all night long. And you guys are going to do the same thing you did last night, right? You're going to wait till I get offline? Start making all that noise? Huh? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Bob. That one was a minimum of 10 foot. Is that the picture of the creek bed, Martha? Or the one on the other side? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the one on the other side. Not the ones in the creek bed, but straight back. Yeah, she took some pictures and did a video. She's doing some really pretty videos too. I mean, really pretty pictures. Hey, Christine, how are you, hon? Yeah, on her channel. Hey, I like my campfire coffee. Yep, these guys are going to do the same thing they did last night. As soon as I end this live chat, they're going to get feisty. No, Bob, the last video she did. Yeah, I'm glad these ladies are starting to do videos now. Nope, we're in for a storm. In a way, I was kind of hoping it would rain. I love it when it rains and we're talking. Just don't like the lightning. Hey, Ramona, I think if I bring my husband and you bring yours and we go up there between the four of us, we should be able to figure out how to get that camper down off that mountain. You guys know more about it than I do, or my husband. Me too, Arena. No, we just call him Stinky. And see, I don't smell nothing tonight, but boy, when he comes around, this place, I mean, it reeks. Yes, it is, Bob. I can't get it down. I'm scared to bring it down because I can't do it by myself. I've never driven one before, and it's not that, I don't know. It's not that I'm afraid to drive it. It's just the road is so narrow and there's so many big dips in it, and I don't know if that thing's going to tip over. I don't know enough about them because I've never driven one. You know, I've never had one on my truck. My husband drove it up, and that's when we first got it, you know, so I've never even driven it or driven my truck with it behind me. So I don't, and I'm just nervous about pheromones. I'm not really sure. Well, you'd have to see the road, Bob. And you don't have any wiggle room at all. So first I'd have to move that tree that's kind of in the road. And then I'm going to have to fill in, like she said, try to fill in some of those holes because they're pretty big dips where the water has actually made holes. And I'd be nervous about that thing tipping over because there's no place to go but straight down. You know, I'd lose everything, my truck and everything. Well, that's because you know how to drive it, Bob. I mean, if there was nobody else and I had to go get it for myself, I would. But I traded in my 1500 for 2500, so I know I have a little bit more stability and a little bit, but my tires are pretty bad. So I'm not going to have the traction that I really need. I have two AKA. Yeah. I came down off a mountain on 95. Yeah, it's a trailer. I came down off a mountain on 95 going up the coast, up the east coast, and had a semi coming down the same time, and the ground was just soaked. It was pouring rain. And if I hadn't pulled my mirror in when I did, he would have knocked me right off the road. But I opened the window because I knew he was going to hit it. Opened the window, pulled the mirror in, and I didn't move. And I think he was an inch away from my mirror. He would have knocked me right down. And it was like a 60-foot drop off the side, no guardrail. I've been in some pretty hairy situations. I think I'm a pretty decent driver for being a girl, number one, but because usually when I see bad drivers, I say, watch it be a female. Sorry, ladies, but yeah. Well, I want to be able to take that trailer in a lot of different places, so I don't need it destroyed. I want it off that mountain, though, and I want it off the mountain soon. Well, I think I'll try to set it up in the next couple weeks because I'd like to try to get it down before the Honabi conference, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. And I definitely want to take it down before it snows, if it's going to snow or the weather. That might be a better idea to wait till it cools off a little bit to where the ground's a little harder. I'm not sure. But I got to bring something up to make sure that my tires are blown up enough to where I don't have that problem. Yeah, I was there right before I went to Fouke. I went up there and picked up some stuff. Exactly, Ramona. Exactly, Quinn. I stopped buying Fords a long time ago. I know, Ramona, that's the hard part. We can make plans, but then if it rains, man, ugh, I just, I almost wish it would snow. And then snow melts, it's cold, and then I can take it down. I'd be safer. I mean, not ice or nothing, but you can call it blasphemy all you want, but Fords bite. No, I don't want to slide off the mountain. I'm a Dodge person. Yeah, and my Dodge has pulled Fords and Chevys out of the mud holes when we were on our fire calls. Everybody laughed about my Dodge until they needed help. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello? I hear you making noise out there. Are you gonna come play? Huh? Where did everybody learn to make cars? Some people just perfected them. Hello? Did you hear that? They clicked back. Oh, I used to love old Ford trucks. Oh, I loved them. And I love the way they look. But as far as performance and what I need with my truck, especially on the fire department, I'll take my Dodge. Thank you very much. Are you guys hearing that? Stop talking about cars and listening to them click back. That's them. Oh, that's thunder. If you have headphones on, listen to this. I'll click and listen carefully because you can hear them click back. Okay, I'm gonna go play with the sassies. You guys go have fun. Find something to do. I'm going to end the live chat and talk to the sassies. I heard that. Woo! Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'll say goodnight. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. Depends on how I feel. I feel great right now, but hopefully I get some sleep. And what the heck? Hello? Hear that? Who's going to bed? Arena's going to bed? Is that who you said was going to bed? Ooh, I think I just caught eye shine. Okay, good night, guys. I love you. God bless you. Don't forget your prayers, and I will probably see you sometime tomorrow. And nope. Yeah, I know, Tony. Yep. I'll be praying for your mom, Arena. I wish I would have known about it before she had the blockage. Man, guys, there's such easy ways to avoid that stuff. But good night, y'all, and I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to sit here and listen to them for a while. I'll see you later. Good night.